What's going on, guys? In this video I'll explain to you exactly why you shouldn't be benching and doing your compound movements first thing in the workout. Alright, if your goal is building muscle mass, bodybuilding, growing bigger, muscle hypertrophy, then this video is for you. If your goal is getting stronger, then by all means you want to do your bench, your squats, your deadlift at the beginning, because that's where you have the most energy. But if your goal is getting bigger muscles, bodybuilding, alright, building muscle mass, listen to this video. Trust me, it was a game changer for me. You want to leave them for a bit later on. So I'll give you all the reasons why. You can try them on yourself and then let me know how you feel. Number one, because you don't have yet that mind muscle connection on the first exercise. Let's say you start, you're still kind of cold, you go on, you just got in the gym, you go on a bench press and you start benching. How many times have we done that? But we're pushing heavy weights, but we're barely feeling anything in our chest, all right? Because we're using many muscles at the same time. The chest, the shoulders, the triceps, everything is moving together, but that chest muscle is not turned on yet, all right? We haven't really got into it, all right? You gotta really give your body a little bit of a pre-exhaustion technique. I'll talk about that a bit later, but warming up that chest area, getting blood in the area before starting to press, before starting with the compound movements, because then you won't be feeling it as well, all right? You'll be more explosive, you'll be pushing more loads, but you won't be targeting the area that you want. How many people we know bench so heavyweight, but they don't have big chest, all right? One of the main reasons is because they start with their bench press. So I would recommend starting with the pre-exhaustion exercise and isolation, like a chest fly machine, for example, a pec deck chest fly or a cable crossover, all right? Really feeling that chest squeezing, getting blood in the area, really activating it, turning it on. And now when you'll be benching, you'll be feeling it so much more. Trust me, game changer. You might not use as much weight, it might hurt your ego, but who cares? Your goal is getting bigger, right? So try that on your next chest session. That's number one, all right? I've got many more. So take notes. If you're enjoying that video so far, leave a like, please subscribe. It will really help my channel grow. Number two is because when you're benching, you're using chest, shoulders, and triceps, right? Chest, shoulders, and triceps, three muscles. Which one is the bigger? Chest. Which one is the strongest? Chest. Your chest is the strongest and the biggest muscles out of those three. So when you're benching, your chest is not gonna fail first. The shoulders and the triceps will fail first. So chances are that you benched, you can't do anymore, you put it back, your chest can take a lot more still, but your shoulders and triceps are done, and that's why you put the weight back. So you're not getting your chest to fail, you're not getting all the stimulation that you need from that chest from doing your bench press at the first of your workout, all right, as opposed to leaving it for a little bit later when your chest is already tired. Now you're benching and your chest is already 75% exhausted, you're benching, and then everything, your chest, shoulders, and triceps start at the same level and they fail together, and your chest maybe even fails first. That's what you want ideally, all right? That's why Mike Menzer used to be a big fan of pre-exhaustion. Even Arnold used to use those techniques. Golden era bodybuilders, big fans of pre-exhaustion techniques, all right? So you want that big muscle to fail first. Same thing when you're squatting, same thing when you're doing deadlifts, all the compound movements. You want to make sure that the muscle that you're trying to grow fails first when you're doing your overhead press, but your triceps are failing first. It's not ideal for your shoulders, right? So you got to find a way to get that big muscle you're trying to work to fail first, and pre-exhaustion work well. That was reason number two. Reason number three, lower risk of injury, all right? You start by bench press, all right? You go, you're still not warm yet, the tendons are not warm, you're starting to bench, boom, give me 2 plates, 3 plates, boom, boom. There's not enough blood flow in those tendons yet. The chest hasn't got enough blood. The risk of injury is so high because you need also heavier weight, all right? So by benching second, third, fourth, all right, you need less weight to get the even better stimulation on your chest. So lower risk of injury, better gains, and yeah, win-win, right? Yes, it will affect your ego. People will be like, hey, Charif, you used to bench 3 plates, now you're doing 1 plate and you're screaming. But I don't care because my chest looked better than them, all right? I was listening to a podcast this morning and the guy said, if you want to be rich, you gotta accept the fact that people see you as poor. You gotta lower your expenses for a while, maybe drive a car that is not as fancy. Same thing for building muscles, all right? People will see you benching the 1 plate or the curling the 25s and be like, oh, this guy is weak, but meanwhile your arms are just huge, all right? So that's pretty much it. Same thing for bodybuilding. So lower risk of injury because you kind of warmed it up with the pre-exhaustion technique. You didn't leave that compound movement usually higher risk of injury, especially when we go heavy, all right? Going to failure, very stressful on the nervous system. But when we leave them for later on in the workouts, well, we're using less weight, less stressful on the nervous system, less risk of injury, and better gains, okay? Number four, it's that we need less weight, all right? So it's basically the same as number three, but we need less weight less risk of injury again. So it's super beneficial for you to not bench first thing, to not squat first thing. I never squat first thing. The other day my friends were squatting and I came with them and I wanted to start squatting, and I was doing my sets. I didn't feel anything in my quads. For me, I always like to start with an isolation, either a leg extension or any exercise that will really get that blood flow, activate my quads, turn it on, and enhance that mind muscle connection. I'm feeling it so much better after my pre-exhaustion because there's already blood in there. The pump is already going. Can you imagine starting the chest and your pump is already in your chest, starting your bench and you already have a pump chest? You'll feel it so much more than starting fresh. All right, so try it for yourself, guys. Next workout, or for at least 2-3 coming workouts, your chest and all the other body parts, don't do your compound movement first, do them second or third, and start with the isolation exercise to pre-exhaust that muscle, to really isolate it, get blood in there, and turn it on before doing your big compounds. Trust me, you'll feel so much better and you will connect with that muscle so much better. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you liked it. Leave a like, subscribe. All right, we're almost 3,000 subscribers. You know, I started this YouTube channel kind of hopeless first because I'm like, I'll never grow my YouTube, you know. There's so many YouTube channels and I was like, I'll never grow my YouTube, and I just started posting to go with my Instagram and maybe get a bit of views, but I'm seeing that people are more and more interested, and it just kind of drives me, and it just shows that anything is possible, you know. I'm just a guy with a camera in my kitchen talking, all right? So if I can do it, anyone can do it. Leave a like, subscribe. Thank you, guys.